Isn't it odd that every single leader in Chicago is totally against what President Trump is doing or trying to do? I mean, if you can closely observe the amount of hate that he's constantly getting from the leaders in Chicago is extremely concerning because what he's actually doing is trying to help, but they are completely misdiagnosing him. They perceive him as if he is the criminal, as if he is the problem. All of them, they are ganging up on him. They are constantly fighting him as if he is committing crime. But the guy is literally offering help to fight crime in Chicago. Instead of the leaders to work with him, they choose to work against him. And as I've said on my previous video, that I'm failing to comprehend the reason behind all of that. Because it really doesn't make sense. I mean, why are they fighting him so much instead of navigating that attention towards fighting the crime that is constantly happening in Chicago? And there's this particular saying that they want to protect, Chicago from Donald Trump. I mean, what? Is there any reason why you should protect Chicago from Donald Trump? Why don't you protect Chicago from thugs and crime? You see, the attention is navigated towards the wrong things that at the end of the day won't fix anything or bring change to the citizens of Chicago. You see, the main goal, the main priority should be cleaning the streets of Chicago by intensively fighting crime and arresting those thugs that are constantly doing illegal, like activities. That should be the number one priority. Not going against each other, but going with each other to fight crime. What's happening in Chicago is totally confusing, but at the same time, it's concerning because I can't wrap my mind towards what's going on. You know, I'm failing to understand why are the leaders in Chicago are totally against what Trump is trying to do so much. Why are they trying so hard to interfere and disrupt his mission so much? But ladies and gentlemen, where there's smoke, there's fire. And as this matter and this turmoil keeps on going, the truth shall expose itself. Because what's happening with the mayor and the departments in Chicago is completely strange. And what's surprising is that they all seem to be relaxed, and unbothered, as if there's nothing going on in their city, as if there's nothing wrong going on in their city. They pretend as if, there's no killings and racketeering activities taking part in their city. And that kind of an act raises a lot of question marks. And maybe that's precisely one of the reasons why they are intensively fighting anyone who tries to interfere with their city. Maybe there's something big going on, underground. Maybe there's something illegal going on, and all of those leaders might be part of it. And that's precisely why they don't want anyone to put their nose into their business. And I'm not trying to accuse anyone. This is just an assumption, because like according to my observation, something doesn't add up. And the American government has to get to the bottom of it. The mayor of Chicago needs to be under investigation because his silence, his ignorance is completely concerning. And I think that maybe he might be, associated with those thugs. Maybe those thugs are actually paying him to stay away and not to interfere with their operations in the hood. I mean, who knows? What if it's true? But one thing that I'm 100% certain about is that eventually, one way or the other, the truth shall come out. And if those leaders were doing, like some shady things underground, then they will all be exposed. So, guys, my name is Johannes. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Cheers.